JD's job, that's my job, to bring in guys that really, they don't care about Deontay. They out there trying to hurt him, because even in sparring, Deontay, he doesn't play no games.
Malik, it's a pleasure to see you again. It's Abs of October Red. Oh, wow, you remembered. I'm chuffed. I've just been speaking to Sean George, and this goes back. You two have got history. He says 27 years.
Yeah, Sean George is my big brother, absolutely.
That's exactly what he called you.
Mm-hmm.
How is this fight going to play out? And it's literally, could be trainer v trainer.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yes. And you got to realize, Sean is one of those guys that come up in boxing, but he come up in it like me. He come up in it film studying. He come up in it being methodical. He come up in it knowing the game. He did it himself. Hell of an amateur career. And most of all, him and his father is very, very good people. And I'm looking forward to this. I really, really am. But at the end of the day, either way, we both win, because 20 years or whatever has went by, and now here we are, 2 championship-level trainers, and we're at the highest level teaching guys to fight. So, you know, I mean, I'm into it, but I definitely want my guy to knock out Zhang, that for sure.
Literally, you've mirrored exactly what he said. Good people. He says that he knows that, you know, Zhang is in for a tough night. A fight that we maybe didn't see going together to start off with. What was the final ingredients to make sure that this fight happened? Except for money, the obvious.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Well, Joseph Parker beat Zhang. He also beat Deontay. So I think it only really made sense. But if you want to see what's what and see how the heavyweight division landscape direction is going to go, it was only right to put these 2 guys together. And Turkey did that. He made it happen with Eddie and Frank, and you know, all the good stuff that's coming from that. And I'm just happy the bout was made. And it has knockout written all over the fight. This fight has knockout written all over it, and I believe my guy is the one that's going to be doing the knocking out. But the fight has knockout written all. Nothing about this fight says distance.
Yeah, for real.
Nothing about this fight says 10 rounds, 11 rounds. Like when I look at Zhang and I look at Deontay next to each other, I see KO. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it.
Listening to Deontay Wilder, almost it felt like he was giving like a sermon, a final speech. It was like, this is do or die. When I know you pair care a lot about each other. I get that. You're more like brothers than trainer and, you know, and fighter. What's it like to sit down and listen to him talk like that, saying, well, if I don't win this, I might as well forget it?
Once again, we just getting older, and we come up in this boxing game like together. So it's like, you know, like especially after the last fight, you realize that the odds are against you. From you putting yourself in that position. You lost to someone, to me, in my opinion, he should have never lost to. And then even if he did lose to Joseph Parker, I feel as though Joseph Parker should have got 2 knockdowns, rattled a little bit. That's how dangerous Deontay is. But Joseph Parker came out unscathed. Against Deontay Wilder, you come out unscathed. That's crazy. But that happened, and that's a part of life. Sometimes that you don't understand all things. That's one of them nights I would never understand. But we're here to correct that, and how we here to correct that is violence has to be on the menu, and that's who Deontay Wilder is. He's a very violent man, especially in the ring, and he don't want to punch to you. He want to punch through you. And I believe with that type of mentality, he's going to need that against someone that's as dangerous as Zhang.
When he had the loss against Joseph Parker, like I said, he was going in there as the favourite. We expected him to win. We know what he's like. What he does carry, it almost seemed like, I don't know, when you look at it as a trainer, was it just the fact that Joseph Parker was too good for him, or Deontay Wilder wasn't himself?
Deontay, right? You got certain fighters in boxing, right? You have Gervonta Davis, you have Deontay Wilder, you have Beterbiev. You have certain fighters that they have a grace period of time before you panic.
Okay.
After round 5 or 6, I start to say to myself and say to him, like, hold on, pick it the fuck up. Like, this is going too long. I always give him a grace period of 1 or 2 rounds. Okay. And I have to do that because I don't want Deontay just going out like this, chin up and just going. I would never teach him that, no matter how much you guys say he got to be the Wilder he is. No, he has to be himself, but he also going to have some smarts. He's going to be himself with his chin behind his knee. He's going to be himself with his hands up. He's going to be himself being surgical with his combinations. I don't want him just going out there throwing windmills unnecessarily, especially against a Zhang. So I don't want you to think like I'm caught up into people being so upset about his last performance that I'm just going to say, go in there and go get him. No, I'm not. No, I don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. We're going to handle this guy the way he should be handled, in a very violent manner, but we're going to be very surgical about it at the same time.
And finally from me, the loss that makes him a stronger fighter. He's had a loss before. He understands it. He's had the taste for it. What hunger does that give him for this fight on June the 1st?
It should give him, to me, majority of the hunger. But really what should give Deontay the hunger is him knowing himself the way he do, but knowing that wasn't him in the ring the last performance. That right there should be enough. And me and him, when we talking about the Joseph Parker fight, I could tell we have a silent agreement that you know what you have to do, and I know what you have to do. We don't have to talk about it. Let's just stay at work and stay at the grind. And that's what we do. Like that saying, what's understood don't have to be explained. It really goes for like me and Deontay, especially with this fight right here, because we know what happened. He know what he didn't do. I know what he didn't do. He don't have to express that to me over and over. But what he is going to do is he's going to correct those wrongs in practice. He's going to drill. He's going to be at the gym. He's going to spar early. He's going to have pre-camp early. And he's done that. So he's already on the way to correcting that. All we have to do now is get the result come June 1st.
We love it. Listen, it's been an absolute pleasure. All the best.
Yes.
And lovely to speak to Kate Abdo as well.
Absolutely. It's the love of my life. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
I'll speak to you soon. Take care.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.